And it looks like we're recording more stuff on the Super Nintendo. What a surprise. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with a Capcom screen. Familiar face. Very harmonious Capcom. Storyline! 21XX, that's all you need to know. Nothing else is important. Yeah. We're starting the last part of Mega Man X through X3 Armorless. Officially, for future reference, my favorite game of all time. Or easily, you know, I tried thinking about it. I don't know exactly what my favorite game would be. This is definitely in the top 5. I don't know what it is about it that's so appealing. It's just, I think they really perfected Mega Man X, the series. Hold on. X, I'll clear out the enemies out here. Wait, did I really say that? I'll clear out the enemies out here. Whatever. You go ahead and deal with the ones inside. Like I said, I don't know what it is about this game, but I just love it so much. And the screen soft locks. Not that long, I was just setting my timer that I forgot to set, as always. But yeah, so you start the first game, or first level of the game, killing enemies in a deserted or beaten down type of building. Big shock. But yeah, I feel like they perfected the gameplay on this one to the best of the Super Nintendo's abilities. I just feel like it's such a great game. Music is the most epic here. And who's this unfamiliar face? Mac, where have you been? That was all one sentence. Oh my god, Mega Man X must be Windows. And he was just beat by Mac. You're far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. Doppler? He's taken control by the Doppler effect. Yeah, unimportant text. Basically, he's a traitor. And inexplicable object just picked us up and floated away, and he disappeared. And what is happening now? It's Zero! Yeah, this is the, as far as I know, the first Mega Man X game where you actually get to play as Zero, and you get the coolest weapon ever. His beam saber. I mean, can we talk about how epic this is? It's just too epic for its own good, in reality. So yeah, otherwise you keep scaling the walls. They try to throw giant spiky balls at you. Whatever. No homo. And we go into our first mini-boss fight. Oh my god, Mega Man! Mac, all you have to do is your fully charged X-Buster, or in this case, Zero Buster, with a sword, and he's gone. I want to say the sword alone could do the job, but I do not remember. Are you okay, X? Thanks, Zero. I'm okay. I'll check around headquarters again. Be on your guard, X. Because X is never on his guard. I mean, if we're serious. If he was on his guard, he wouldn't have gotten caught, would he? Okay. Right after that mini-boss, we get another. Essentially. What could it be? The sky's red all of a sudden. Oh my god, it's huge! Yeah, this boss, much similar to the first one, except it's, if anything, a tad harder, because it's not as easy to kill. And he actually does manage to hit you a couple of times. It's not that bad a boss fight. It's, like I said, it's generally the same. You hit it in the head. He tries to ground pound you, but it only does 1 damage each time. So after a few cheap shots, he goes down fairly easily. And in the same manner as the last boss, he explodes and debris falls all over the place. And Zero. Looks like we've swept most of the enemies out of here. I'll go back and check headquarters. Call me if you need me. See you later, X. And we're gone. A needless save screen. Haven't seen you in a while. So yeah. 8 bosses. Where do you start? Really, wherever. Here's what I generally do. For some reason, and I know, someone told me that Mega Man X you generally start with Chill Penguin. This one I know you don't start with Gravity Beetle. I just do. I don't know why. He's fairly easy, I think, and the level's easy to get through enough. He's easiest without his weakness, is what I mean. I mean, his attack is Blast Hornet's weakness, who I happen to think is one of the hardest to beat without his weakness. So that's just, those guys hurt you a lot even if you touch them, like all annoying villains in this game. But since we won't be using his weakness on him, it's going to be a challenge, so yay. That's the idea, I guess. This is great music, too. Fast forward. That room we just went through will be explained later. Come on. Speedrun tactics. There are none. I actually did watch a speedrun of this, and I was pretty amazed by it. And I found out through the speedrun, there's a secret that you get near the end in the second Sigma stage or so. I found out, I thought you could only get it if you had all the upgrades, and that speedrun proved to me that that's not even true. As I might show, you can take this slow-moving elevator, or just scale up. This only works so well, though, because then, you know, there's no angle. So you pretty much have to take it. And it's slow, like all elevators in Mega Man X games, I'd like to think. And there's an especially slow one in Blast Hornet's stage, that I think you can scale the walls to. Real quick, up here, inexplicable pad. I'll explain what this is later, but we will never use it. Missiles fall for whatever reason. I don't think we're in an air station or like a... Oh, come on, it was up there. Just do it at the right time, which I cannot do, so I'll scale it this way. Annoying enemies. These are the most annoying enemies, or some of the most annoying enemies, I think. There's a side note. Every enemy in this game looks very mean and menacing, and I know they're supposed to, but they've never really all been this mean-looking in past Mega Man X games. Same for the bosses, really. So we're already here, and our first boss is Gravity Beetle. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a cool entry. They all just tend to float in, except for a couple. So yeah, you shoot him, and he does a couple annoying things, like that. When a boss, only bosses do that, I think. When they're like that, you cannot shoot them. It will have no effect. There may only be one other boss. Could have dodged that. Shit, where was I? Okay, there we go. Yeah, those attacks are easy enough to avoid. Even though they do rebound off the wall, you can get on a certain spot where they won't hit you. And he doesn't always do it like shooting to one up like that. He's just doing it a lot in this round for some reason. He does this. As a result, whoop-de-doo, you can jump higher. And the shots are directed that way, really, if you're not careful. And if you touch that up there, you will go down quickly as well. Fortunately, though, that's all I needed to do. Explosions that we've seen already. A weapon that we don't need to see. Yeah. With that, we will go ahead and move on to... Let's just go in the order I'm most familiar with. You know, you typically start out with Blizzard Buffalo. And for a change of pace, I'll go there too. Typically, people want to start off with Blizzard Buffalo, because that leads to the easiest route of getting stuff, I think. Yeah, I always took random paths as a kid, and this one was no exception. Hello, inexplicable pad again. This is kind of cool to do. Yeah, the slanted ice will thrust you places that you typically don't want to go. So getting on those is always a gamble. But then it's like if you ever do, and there's another spot like right here, it just slides you right down. There's no problem there. Typically, though, they'll lead you into spikes that will kill you. Nothing here. This room will be explained in a cutscene after this level is done. Sort of in the same light as Mega Man X2. They couldn't let that good idea go away. Just keep going here. No chance. Inexplicable area here. After the cutscene also, that it happens after this level, there will be explanations about that too. Yeah, a lot of different things you have to do in this game, and a lot of different unlockables and everything. That was another thing. This level ended up being, I think, the most, or Mega Man X3 in general ended up being the most not unique necessarily, but it was certainly expanded in what they could get away with, or what they could do with it, and I think it shows. Okay, real quick, if you dash off of this and jump off to the right, and get here, Dr. Light, I want this upgrade so bad, because it's so awesome. That is the boots upgrade. With it, you can dash in midair just like the last time, but you can also dash upwards. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but we don't need it, and we won't be using it, so instead... Hello, Blizzard Buffalo. This guy's like the Spark Mandrill. He looks cool and can hurt you a good deal, but all he does is charge, or shoot off stuff like that. His weakness, for whatever reason, I never did quite figure out, like... See, that's like the weapon you get from him. What he's doing there with the ice. And watch out for when he's charging when he gets the horns out, because that's kind of deadly. I'll show you why in a second. Or this! I forgot about that! That would freeze you. In the same light as Chill Penguin stuff. Yeah, just to demonstrate. The horns act much the same way as Boomer Coanger does. Except he slams you against the wall instead of slams you against the ceiling. Oh god, just to demonstrate, I guess. You can break it as many times as you want, but it only matters once you're done and out of it. It's line of fire. It's almost done. And... oh, come on. Cheap shot. Come on. Let me kill you. There you go. Explosions. Weapon. Cutscene! Oh my god, who is that? Doppler! He's the Maverick Hunter I failed to catch last time. I had no idea he is so powerful, ellipses. Bit and bite! Yeah, this is our George, and that is Lenny. Of Mice and Men reference. Bring that Maverick Hunter to me, ellipses, alive if possible. Affirmative, Dr. Doppler. And they end up in the rooms that we go through. Who's that? Mysterious Maverick. I mean, that's clearly vile. Alive, Dr. Doppler? You are so kind. Watch your mouth, or I'll put you back where I found you. Which means dead. Even with your enhancements, you are still no match for me. Really, Mysterious Maverick? Thanks for the upgrade, Doctor, but I have a score to settle. And I'll do it my way. Or the highway. Fine, just make sure you do it. I still can't believe that Maverick Hunter defeated my master twice in the past, ellipses. Master? Gosh, who have people referenced to as Master in the past? Could it be, oh, I don't know, the main villain of the Mega Man X series? No, it couldn't be. Okay, so save codes, and we're done here. So yeah, Bit and Bite will appear in the rooms that you go through in each level. And Mysterious Maverick, I mean, obviously it's vile, he appears in the unexplained area there that I showed before, where there's a transport to a different level that contains Vile, and you have to get through the level and kill him. It's long and tedious, but in the end you get a cool prize, I guess. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you all for our next epic installment. Where we go, I still don't know right now. I'll decide later. See you guys then.